Hi, welcome to the 2020 Department of Psychology celebration of our graduate students. I'm Dan Willingham, I'm the Director of Graduate Studies, and I want to orient you to what you're going to see over the next half hour or so. First, you're going to see a listing of awards. These are awards and honors that all of our graduate students have collected over the 2019-2020 year, and you're going to be pretty amazed at how accomplished our students are and how they've been recognized. And then we'll move on to the graduates themselves. And in most cases, you'll hear a few words from the graduate student's advisor who will say a little bit about their work and probably a little something about what it was like to have them in the lab. And then you'll hear from the graduate, him or herself, who will perhaps reflect on their time here, thank friends and family, and so forth. So sit back, enjoy, and celebrate with us.
It is my great pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Elizabeth Meyer, who received her PhD in psychology this May. Erin's dissertation project is groundbreaking because it introduces a repeatable approach to decipher the pattern of synapses in brain pathways that makes us sense the world around us. If you think that is impressive, that was not all. She was also involved in at least 5 other projects for which she designed, collected data, analyzed, and presented. For all those projects, she had the same ferocity and precision towards her data, and she took advantage of her creativity to come up with novel solutions to problems, old or new. And she has done all those without giving up on the joy of research and discovery, and meanwhile motivate the entire lab around her. Erin, thank you for being part of my lab for the past 6 years. It was a great pleasure working with you. And I'm really proud if I had a part in helping you to become the scientist that I know you are. I wish you the best of luck in the brilliant and joyful career that I know lies ahead of you. So long.
Congrats, Psych Class of 2020. I'm so proud of us for making it to the end. I know I would not be here now without the constant support of a lot of people. First, I need to thank my parents and my family for their unwavering encouragement and support. Even when they had no idea what I was talking about, they were always willing to share in my excitement of a new scientific discovery or idea. I also need to thank my advisor, Alev, for her guidance, advice, patience, and kindness. I still remember during my interview for graduate school when Alev told me that she was there to help me achieve whatever I wanted, and she has always stayed true to her word. During my time in Alev's lab, I've learned so much from her about how to be a successful scientist, colleague, and mentor. Alev really cares about not only her own students, but all of the students in the department, graduate and undergraduate, and watching her efforts to improve the department over the past few years has been truly inspiring. I also want to thank the neuroscience area of the psychology department. I've worked with all of the faculty members in some capacity and almost all of the graduate students. This group of people is so supportive of each other, and I've never felt uncomfortable reaching out for help, whether it be technical advice in the lab, advice on academic life, or advice on life in general. I can only hope I have this support system from coworkers throughout my career. Finally, I want to thank all of my friends from all stages of life that have helped me get to this point. I could not have made it to this point without your support and the constant reminders that I could do this and achieve my goals. Thank you so much again to everyone, and congratulations.
Hello, I am Mel Wilson, and I advised and chaired Merit on her dissertation process at the University of Virginia. Merit also was a member of our early STAP lab, and she worked with me and also the other students in the lab. In fact, one of the real pleasures and memories that I have of Merit is just how involved and engaged she was with the other students in terms of helping them on their research projects and they helping her on her research project. The whole experience was really a great one for me, and also I wanted to just say thank you, Merit, for allowing me to chair your dissertation, as well as to help you honor your brother, David Hoffer, who was gunned down in the line of duty as a police officer. I wish you well in your future. In fact, I know your future is going to be a successful one, and anything that I can do to help out, let me know. Also, I want your family to know, your husband, your daughter, and your parents to know that you, Merit, are just a wonderful human being. Have a good life. Take care of yourself and your family. Congratulations on the completion of your dissertation.
Congratulations, everyone. What an amazing, exciting time, even if it's not at all what we thought it was going to be. For me, a lot of people have been involved in making this time productive and successful. First and foremost, I need to just thank Mel Wilson, my advisor, for his incredible kindness and support during, especially the times that were extremely challenging after my brother died. I came here to do one thing, and when I had to change that 100%, you just said, do what you need to do. And I think if anyone else had been my advisor, my story probably would have ended at some point before finishing this degree here. I want to thank my cohort and my friends. I got so much support intellectually, academically, but also emotionally, like I said. And I just appreciate every one of you so much. I am so excited to see what you all will be doing in the coming years. I'm in awe of the brilliance and just the wonderful humanity I've seen in all of you. And I just know that the world is going to be better off for having you work towards all of your amazing goals. I want to thank Jared for just being a total champ in helping me through this time and making sure I could finish during a pandemic while a toddler is running around. So yeah, that I owe you one, let me put it that way. And of course my parents, who've just always been there and supported me and allowed me to find my path in all of this. Congratulations, everyone. I'm gonna miss you all. I really wish we could celebrate together, but soon. We'll get our chance soon.
Congratulations to Alex. Her dissertation, titled Experimental Examination of Message Framing to Increase Dissemination of Evidence-Based Treatments, focused on a serious problem. Namely that despite the high prevalence rates of anxiety and related disorders, only a minority of people will actually receive treatment from healthcare professionals, and even fewer will seek treatment that is based on the strongest research evidence. Alex's dissertation evaluated different ways of describing PTSD and anxiety treatment information in an effort to find effective ways of promoting treatments that have strong research support. Alex's work really stood out for the ways that it has true real-world impact as she tries to reduce that treatment gap and get treatments to the people who need them most. Her dissertation was remarkable in its scope. It was cross-disciplinary in that it included theories and methods from clinical and social psychology as well as marketing. It was mixed methods, so it included 4 different studies, including field work in collaboration with the American Psychological Association, quantitative experimental work, as well as qualitative focus groups. And on a personal level, I cannot thank Alex enough for all she has contributed to our lab and for being such a wonderful collaborator and member of the PACT Lab family. I have had the good fortune to work with Alex for a very long time. She was an undergraduate research assistant in our lab, then did her honors thesis with us, became a project coordinator, and ultimately a graduate student. So I can say with confidence that she is an insightful clinical scientist. She is thoughtful, helpful, creative, and a great problem solver. She has won awards for her teaching, for her service, and for her work blending research and clinical practice, and numerous national student leadership roles. All of this wonderful work focuses on dissemination of clinical psychological science, and we cannot wait to see all of the great ways that Alex will continue to make our field better and help people to get the treatments that they need. Congratulations.
Hi, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone for getting me to the finish line. I couldn't have done this without the support of everyone along the way. When I was in high school, I actually took my first AP Psych class and loved it so much and knew that I wanted to have my name in one of the textbooks, which is silly. But I loved psychology so much, and so I actually ended up going around to a lot of different schools and actually interviewed with Professor Jim Freeman in 2006 when I was still in high school, and fell in love with the department and felt really like supported and welcomed, even as just a high schooler looking at colleges. So when I came to UVA as an undergrad, I was really excited to start in psychology research. And my very second semester as an undergrad, I applied to work in the Teachman lab, in the PACT lab, and I have been working with an incredible team ever since. And so to Bethany, I just want to thank you for supporting me and for being just such a wonderful, I can't even express how great of a mentor and advisor you've been for the last over a decade. And you've really kind of seen me through a lot, and I've just really appreciated all of your guidance and support. You're really wonderful. And to the rest of my PACT Lab family, you guys have been amazing, and all of your friendships have meant so much to me, and I've learned just an incredible amount from everyone. So thank you so much. And of course, thank you to my best friend and kind of other half through graduate school, Audrey Ruff. We were there for each other through a lot of this, and graduate school would not have been possible without a lot of social support. So hope everyone is hanging in there in this really weird time. And thanks again for everyone, and congratulations to everyone who has met this milestone and is graduating this year. So yay, we did it.
Hello everyone. I'm Charlotte Patterson, Professor of Psychology here at UVA, and I'd like to congratulate Doyle Tate, who is receiving his PhD this month. It's been my honor to serve as Doyle's advisor these past 6 years and to have worked very closely with him. Doyle's research has focused on the impact of sexual orientation in family lives, and he's studied relationships of young lesbian and gay adults with their own parents, finding, for example, that even well into their 20s, some LGBT people respond that their relationships with parents are far less close than are those of their peers. And he studied the implications of that fact. Doyle has also studied the processes involved in family formation. Do young lesbian and gay individuals hope to marry and start a family, as heterosexual peers around them most often do? His data show clearly that LGBTQ people share those kinds of goals with their peers. And in his dissertation, he showed that even though marriage and parenting may once have seemed out of reach for many LGBTQ people, normative expectations may, in fact, be shifting. In other words, one is beginning to see an expectation that lesbian and gay couples will marry, an expectation that they will have children, and Doyle will be tracking that emergence, I'm sure. Doyle's been a very active member of the department and of my research group in the time that he's been here at UVA, and I know we're all going to miss him in the coming year, but we're excited for his future as well. Best of luck to Doyle in his new position as Assistant Professor of Psychology at Penn State Scranton. I know that he will make great contributions in that context. And today, again, congratulations to Doyle on earning the PhD.
Congratulations, everyone. I apologize in advance. I'm not the best at making these videos. I wish we could have a blooper reel that shows all the hundreds of takes I've tried so far, so I'm just going to keep this short. I'm so excited that we're all finally here, and I'm just so sad that we can't be together. And I would like to thank my advisor, my family, everyone in the department who's been there for me. It hasn't been the easiest experience for any of us, and I'm just so happy that we're all finally here and moving on to do great things.
Hi, Sierra. So congratulations on a good 6 years and a dissertation. You've been amazing every step of the way. I was thinking about, what's the metaphor for Sierra, and I think of it as being a mountain climber. You came here with great ambitions, and you've been an explorer who just every step of the way, like you were climbing El Capitan or something, have made goals for yourself along the way, and then gone and explored and achieved them. So, I go back to, you're jumping on the first year project of looking at what children think of different devices, and you're having carried that through to get it published. You applying for the AMS research grant and getting it, the APS Graduate Student Award and getting that, 2 APA dissertation awards. You're going and doing the Life Fellowship and living in Berlin, another big exploration. And then you're joining the VEST program and bringing Jamie on as your second advisor, and then doing this amazing and ambitious project for your dissertation, and along the way publishing so many papers and teaching and doing so many great things. So you're a real explorer, and you really accomplish things, and you've been so competent and good in the lab and lovely to others, and are so talented, and I'm excited to see what you do going forward as you continue to carry out your plan of figuring out what it is that children can learn with digital devices, how can they use them the best, how can we make them the most helpful for children. This is something that is very much needed, and I can't think of a better person to be taking that on. So I look forward to seeing your career develop. I hope everything goes beautifully in your postdoc at Wesleyan, and I look forward to continued association with you for your long and bountiful exploring career.
Sierra, I'm so proud to have had the chance to be part of your graduate training, and could not have asked for a better first doctoral student here at UVA. As I've gotten to know you, I loved the curiosity and sense of determination that you bring to your research, and it has been a joy to be part of your work. My lab has benefited so much from having you as a mentor for our students, and someone always ready to provide ideas and feedback. Thank you for jumping right in and helping me set up my lab as I got things going my first years here at UVA. You were already so far along in your graduate development when I met you, but I've still enjoyed watching you grow and carve out your place in the field. I know that your work will continue to provide knowledge about how children interact with and learn from digital devices as technology becomes such a dominant part of their lives. I'll miss seeing you around at Bell and Shenandoah Joe's, but I'm so fortunate to know that we're going to get to continue collaborating for many years to come. I know you're going to do great things, and I wish you the best of luck in your postdoc and beyond. I'll miss you.
Congratulations to my fellow graduates.
I know how hard it's been in the end, but I'm so proud of us for all pushing through and finishing our PhDs. There are so many people that I want to thank for supporting me through graduate school. First, I'm immensely grateful to my mentors, Angel and Jamie. Angel, you have supported me and pushed me from the very beginning, and I wouldn't be the researcher that I am without you. And Jamie, you became my mentor later in graduate school, but you shaped my research and me in so many ways. And together you both provided everything that I needed to thrive in graduate school, and I'm just so grateful to you. I also want to thank all of my colleagues in the developmental area and in my labs. I have gained amazing friendships that I know will continue beyond UVA. And I'm especially grateful to the friends who were dissertating with me. I quite literally couldn't have done it without you, and I'm so happy that we shared this once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I want to extend all my love and appreciation to my family, especially my parents and my brother. They never questioned whether I could do this, and I'm so glad I got to prove them right. Congratulations, everybody. We did it.
It's been my great pleasure to work with Victoria during her years at UVA for a number of reasons, but two stand out in particular. First, she's an incredible scholar. She's self-motivated and super smart, but she also has a great eye for getting at what's really going on beneath the surface of whatever she's studying. Her thesis is a remarkable study of sex and gender-based violence on university campuses, and most importantly, about the things we can do to reduce the incidence of this violence. It's quantitatively rigorous, but it doesn't stop there. Rather, Victoria did in-depth focus group interviews with large numbers of students to get at the picture beneath the numbers. In other words, to get at what's really going on. She learned way more than I could summarize here, but suffice it to say that the work has a number of implications for university programming going forward. But the other reason Victoria stands out is her character. Far from the self-centered stereotype that's applied, usually inaccurately, to millennials, Victoria is a giving person who's clearly committed to helping others. This showed up in our research group repeatedly as she worked to help advance research that was important to others but that was removed from her own interests. It showed up in her choice of topics in her thesis, and it shows up in her passion about finding ways to intervene to improve people's lives in ways big and small. We're all thrilled that she's done as well as she has and that she's now moving on to an exciting new phase. And I would just say we'll all miss her dearly, and we will, but I won't quite say that, as I think everyone in our group is looking forward to interacting and collaborating with Victoria for many years to come.
Victoria, it has been such an honor and a pleasure to work with you over the last few years. Your work on bystander intervention and your commitment to research that makes college campuses and all settings safer, particularly for students who are maybe at risk for gender-based violence, is impressive. Your dissertation did an incredible job contributing to the literature in novel and unique ways in thinking about campus safety and gender-based violence. And I've been so impressed by the enthusiasm with which you jumped in and learned a whole new set of methods by which you figured out ways to make research that wasn't always directly in line with your own specific interests contribute to your overall line of work around using relationships to build communities that are supportive and safe. You have always brought your A game and brought tremendous joy. Congratulations, Dr. Maurer. I can't wait to see where you go from here. And I am so looking forward to hearing about how things go in Nebraska.
Congratulations, graduates. I'm sure I'm not the only one who wishes we were all able to be together to celebrate such a momentous occasion. But hey, at least this made for a memorable end to our graduate school careers. I have been lucky enough to work in many labs while at UVA, and I wanted to take a moment to thank my many, many advisors for supporting me throughout graduate school. I am so grateful to Joe, Nancy, Dick, and Mel for being the most wonderful mentors. I cannot thank you enough for all of your guidance and support, and I feel so honored to have gotten to work with you all and learn so much from you all. I will miss all of my labs dearly, but look forward to staying in touch. There are also so very many friends and family that I could thank at this time. I know it's been a long journey for us all, and I am so grateful for the love and support you've given me these past 6 years. A special thanks goes to my parents. I would not be here without your unwavering love and support, and you deserve so much recognition for all that you have done for me. And to my amazing friends, who I have the privilege of graduating with today, it has been a joy to make it to this point alongside you. I have been so inspired by you all and look forward to watching you all become amazing scholars in the years to come. Congratulations again.
Hello, I'm Tim Wilson, Professor of Psychology, and I'm pleased to say a few words about Nick Buttrick, who is receiving his PhD this May. Nick is a true Renaissance person. Most graduate students focus on one or two areas of research in their careers, but Nick has focused on several. In fact, he could have chosen from many lines of research to count as his dissertation. A few words about what he didn't choose for his dissertation. Nick has done really important work on the psychology of gun ownership, namely why people buy guns for protection. He has made important contributions to the psychology of thinking for pleasure. He has a recent investigation of how political speech has changed over time. And these are just a few that I don't have time to mention them all. But a few words about what he did choose for his dissertation, and that is work on the psychology of mindsets about intelligence. The idea of mindsets has become popular, namely that it is best to have a growth mindset, or the idea that intelligence is something that can grow over time and is not fixed. Nick showed in his dissertation that there are good and bad forms of a growth mindset, and that in particular, it's bad to believe that only effort matters, because that can lead to blaming people who fail. The idea that if you failed, it must be that you just didn't try hard enough. He showed, for example, that when 9th grade teachers have this false growth mindset, their students actually do worse in their courses. This work has important implications for how to train teachers to have more appropriate mindsets about their students. Nick, best of luck in your new position as postdoctoral research associate at Princeton University. I wish we were all together so I could do the ceremonial draping of your PhD hood on your shoulders, but we'll have to settle for this virtual elbow bump and, of course, a round of applause. Congratulations.
Dr. Robert Mulder's dissertation is entitled Latent Multivariate Maximal Lyapunov Exponents. This might sound like the title of a dissertation in mathematics, and in a very real way it is. However, the work is important to understanding human behavior. The concept of free will suggests that I can behave in such a way that is surprising, unpredictable. At the heart of Dr. Mulder's dissertation is the realization that predictable and unpredictable are not two mutually exclusive categories. They are on a continuum that is related to the amount of elapsed time between the prediction and the observed behavior. Imagine you're looking at GPS tracking data on your phone from someone shopping in a grocery store. If you know that someone is walking along the soup aisle and you make a prediction about where they will be 1 millisecond from now, you can be very, very accurate. If you make a prediction about where they will be 1 second from now, you'll only be a little less accurate. If your prediction is for 1 minute from now, they might have left the soup aisle and either turned left or right. If your prediction is for 1 hour from now, you might have very little idea where they might be. And if your prediction is for 1 year from now, good luck. Dr. Mulder's dissertation derives quantities that characterize how predictions about behavior become less accurate over time. It turns out this can be applied to electrophysiology, to brain imaging time series, to eye movements, to decisions, and many other measurements of behavior. I believe that Dr. Mulder's work is among the most important quantitative psychology dissertations in the past few decades. Congratulations, Dr. Mulder.
Hi, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well considering the plague. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bobby Mulder, and I'm a recent PhD recipient from the quantitative psychology area. Luckily, however, many of you do know me, either as a friend, research collaborator, statistical consultant, or just that weird guy that likes to wear hats. But it's these connections that I've made over my time here that has made my graduate experience at UVA one of the most fun, interesting, and honestly happiest times of my life. Not even something as unsettling as what is going on outside and that is keeping me from standing in front of you all right now could minimize that. I've made some of the best friends I could ask for and some of the best colleagues I could ask for, and the overlap between those two groups is substantial. The collaborative nature of UVA, maintained by the professors, students, and administrators, and embodied in the research I've been lucky enough to be a part of, is nothing short of incredible. I am unable to overcome a sense of shock when I look back at my time at UVA and think of all the unique opportunities that this university and its members have allowed me to take full advantage of. I am proud of the cool research that I do on chaos theory, my collaborations with my friends, and every little thing that this environment has offered to make my last 5 years a fantastic experience. I'd like to personally thank my advisor, Steve Boker, the UVA Quant area, and all my friends and family across this entire department. My life has been made better by knowing and learning from each and every one of you. Take care and please stay safe.
Hey everyone, I'd love to give a big shout out to all the quant faculty who were so incredible along this journey. But especially to Karen Schmidt, who was so invaluable in helping me with my thesis, in answering all my questions, and in going to bat for me at every step of the process. I'd also love to give a big shout out to Anthony Haro and the Thomas Jefferson Area Coalition for the Homeless for being incredible research partners and allowing me to do some incredible applied research during the course of this program. This was an incredible way to get a grounding in research methods and statistics from a team of faculty members who care deeply about their students and care deeply about a deep and thorough understanding of the methods that we're applying. Here's to what's next.
Audrey, congratulations. I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you a big congratulatory shout out on completing a very difficult and incredibly important dissertation and a very demanding doctoral program in clinical psychology. Congratulations. I hope that you have plenty of opportunities to celebrate, even despite these difficult circumstances that we're facing. I also just wanted to let you know how much I've enjoyed getting to know you and working with you over the past 6 years. You have been a tremendous asset to my lab. You have contributed really important scholarship. You are a force for good. I have always been impressed with your moral compass and your orientation towards social justice issues. I have so enjoyed seeing the things that you have accomplished both inside the academy but also outside of it as well. And just, enjoyed your personality, your spirit, your, willingness to help and get involved and connect with other people in a meaningful way. And I also have just been so impressed to witness your strength and fortitude. I know that you have faced a number of challenges over the past 6 years, and it really is a testament to you that you have persevered and continued to complete and achieve your goals in the face of some challenges that you've experienced. So hats off to you. I'm sorry that we are not together in May to celebrate, but I hope that we will have the opportunity again soon. Please do take care and congratulations.
Hello. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Audrey Ruff. They say all research is me-search, and mine focuses on the role of supportive relationships in promoting positive academic and career outcomes. I'd therefore be remiss if I failed to acknowledge the many people that made it possible for me to be being acknowledged for earning a doctorate in clinical psychology today. I'd first like to thank my closest friend, Alex Szynski, who is also graduating today. I have so cherished your friendship, and I feel so blindly lucky to have met you in graduate school. Thank you to my parents, Jean Rhodes and Dane Wittrup. I owe everything to you. All I ever will be or am, I owe to you. Thank you so much. Thank you to my current and former lab mates. I feel so thankful to have had you as collaborators and so deeply admire your scholarship. Thank you to Daniel Willingham for his mentorship and also for demonstrating to me that it's possible to blend lightheartedness and professionalism while approaching research questions with scientific rigor. Finally, of course, thank you to my primary advisor, Dr. Noel Hurd, for your investment in me as a human being in person. I learned from you the importance of advocating for myself and for others, particularly when it's scary to do so or when it feels hard, because those are the most important moments that it needs to be done. In closing, I'll offer this. Although a degree from elite institutions such as UVA offers the potential to counter social inequality, all too often it's those that are most vulnerable that fail to see the same return on their investments in their education. I think if anything, distance learning has really laid bare the myth that higher education is a great equalizer of some sort. So as I transition to this next stage in my academic career, I vow to try and bring all my talents that I can to meet the collective needs so often left unfulfilled to these students, and would encourage each of you to bring your own unique talents to do the same. Congratulations to those graduating and good luck on this next stage in your life.
So, Jessica Taggart, I remember many years ago when you came to look at UVA for graduate school and your fiance was going to medical school, so you really wanted to be in Virginia. And so there were people around, I wasn't one of them, who wondered, you know, is that a good idea to take somebody who's really coming because they want to be here because of their spouse, future spouse being here? But I said, you know, I've seen what those letters say about her and she really seems like a good bet. And I brought you in, and boy oh boy have I never regretted it. You jumped right onto the thinking project. You and Sierra together managed the Templeton project and did all you could with that. And then meanwhile, you did these amazing things with Living Lab and getting us going in the Discovery Museum, setting up that whole relationship. The developmental methods course that you applied for and taught, and then went on to help Dermina with your head TA-ship in child psych. The way that you grabbed and ran with the Pretend Preferences project and turned that into several publications, and you've ended up with, you know, 10 or so publications coming out of your time here. So you've really been amazingly productive and wonderful. And this is all with kind of running this dual career on the other side, where, you know, you came in with math as this other side of your work, but then you got interested in teaching and picked that up, and so, you know, several publications coming out of this research on teaching. So Jess, you've really been amazing, and I was thinking about what would be my metaphor for you, and the first thing that comes to mind, because you're such an amazing person, such a kind person, is there's something about you that's kind of like a fairy godmother. That you come in with your magic wand and you make everybody feel better. I remember once an undergraduate saying to me, she's just so kind and supportive that I want to work so hard for her. And I think it's that way for so many. I mean, they sense how much you support them and how much you want to do things to help them, and it makes them all step forward and do their best for you. And that is such a gift, and it lights everybody up in the way that a fairy godmother can light things up with their wand. But then there's something that's different and that's kind of incongruous, and that is that we don't tend to think of fairy godmother's intelligence that much. They may or may not be intelligent, but we just don't think about it. And you are really, really smart, and that's one thing that has come through so much with watching you on all your projects, but really in your dissertation, it just shines through. So the fact that you came up with these really clever and beautiful methods to test what it is that children think that pretending does for one. But then meanwhile that you go over to the ed school and you take a course on qualitative research methods, which you know nothing about, and figure them out well enough to help both me with the paper on African Americans who went to Montessori's views, as well as your dissertation, where you were able to figure out how to do qualitative research on what parents think pretend is doing for children. And they're both just absolutely great projects, but all so well written, so well executed, and it just shows how you bring so much mind power to this really supportive, kind, helpful, transformative work that you do with all of the people around you. And everybody says just what an amazing person you are in terms of the kindness and how you bring everybody's best selves out. So it's been a real treat to have you in the lab. I'm so glad that you're going to stay nearby as you go on to the Center for Teaching Excellence. And I look forward to continuing our association, and thank you for all that you've done.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm really grateful and happy to be celebrating with you today, even if it's virtually. We've all gone through a lot together over the past several years, and there's so much to celebrate and so many accomplishments to recognize. So I hope everyone gets a chance for that over the next several days. I know I wouldn't be here without the support of so many people, from my parents and my family and my husband, to my friends and colleagues and mentors, advisors, and everyone that I've had the opportunity to work with over the past several years. None of this would be possible without you, and I'm forever grateful. I feel like I don't have words that are sufficient to express that. But I hope that you all know, if we work together in any capacity over the past several years, you've changed my life for the better, and I'm so thankful to have gone through these experiences with all of you. So congratulations again, and I look forward to celebrating together when we're able.
I hope you enjoyed this chance to celebrate the successes of all of our graduate students, and especially our graduates this year. I know I speak for all the faculty when I say each of them was really an enormous pleasure to have around the department. Each of them is an amazing scientist, and we have very high expectations for their future success, and we fully expect that we and the broader scientific community is going to be hearing a lot more from them in the future. So stay well, everybody, and come back and see us in Gilmer Hall. When you come back next, it'll all be renovated and beautiful. We'll look unguessably different, and we will be delighted to see you again.